Welcome. I'm so glad this worked. The first time it didn't, but that's technology. So, hi, I'm Honor Newman. Miracle Money Manifestor. So, I'm here today to teach you three secret keys to start manifesting more cash fast. So just before I do that, for those of you who don't know me, a little bit about my story. Yeah, I was struggling as a single mum, and so I hired a money coach. And as I started to learn more about money, I managed to manifest $1 million worth of value and cash in a very short amount of time. So I now, want to help other people to do that as well. Especially, breaking down that stereotype that, women can't earn as much as men, or we have to be a struggling single mom, or any of these things, is not true. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is just share with you a little bit about money and like the spiritual aspect of money, because this is what a lot of people don't understand. And it's kind of important background to know about if you want to be a money manifester. And I'm assuming if you're here, that's what you want to be. So, um, yeah, then I'll share the three key action tips that you can take away immediately. Um, and then I'm going to share a little bit about my 90-day Odyssey, which is a 90-day journey that I'm running at the moment for two women only to do a 3 month or 90-day journey with me with one on ones and a whole heap of other goodies. So that's epic. All right, so I am going to talk about the spiritual aspect of money. So if you're like, around my age, like 30 to 45, you've been brought up in a scarcity paradigm and you have been taught a lot of like beliefs about money that aren't helpful. For example, we've probably all heard the phrase like money doesn't grow on trees, and you've got to save for a rainy day, and all these catchphrases from that generation. They're holding you back, basically. And also, the time of day of being an employee, 9 to 5, going Monday to Friday, and then handing over a huge chunk of that to the tax man, like that paradigm is also going out of date. So, but let's just go back a bit because I want to talk to you about what money is on a spiritual level. So, money is not coins and paper, money is energy. And the tools that we need to learn are how to receive that energy into our life. And what happens is, that we're naturally just meant to be abundant, but we learn all these illusions growing up and in society and everything that actually stops this energy from coming towards us. So, my courses are more about unlearning and letting go of things rather than anything else. Because you don't actually have to do a lot to be able to manifest a fuck ton of money. It's actually about doing a hell of a lot less and letting go rather than what we're taught, which is, you got to work hard and, do more and learn more, acquire more knowledge and work really hard. And this can actually work against you when it comes to manifesting money. So, especially the feminine way, because the feminine way is more about, it's not about hustle. And when I think, when women get into that paradigm of hustling, they don't like it because it's not kind of our natural way of being. Like we're not really naturally chasers and pursuers. We're more like, I don't know, we prefer it if, people come to us, and we find that easier. So, it's about letting go. So what happens is, this is where everything goes wrong. We're born abundant when we're a baby, like normally in our childhood, everything's provided for us. But slowly, sneakily, we learn all these beliefs. So by the time that we become an adult, we have all these beliefs about money that are quite negative. And that actually stops us from receiving that. Because to receive money, you need to know how to receive in general. And a lot of women really struggle with that. Like, if somebody gives us a compliment or wants to pay for us or give us a present, we're like, no, 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 oh no, this old thing, or oh no, 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 you can't, no, no, don't pay for me, or whatever. So these are examples of money blocks. So if you can't receive on that level, then you're not going to be able to receive a lot of money either. So money is energy from from the universe. This is kind of the spiritual side of it. It's an energy. Money is an energy from the universe. It's not coins and paper. So if we want to receive money, we need to learn how to work with that energy. So how do we allow more of that energy into our existence? And also, it's kind of like it's a divine intelligence, like it's actually listening to you. So this is a thing that you need to be aware of. Money is listening to you. And if you're bashing money, if you're saying, oh, I only got that much, or I never have anything, or no, no, no. If you're trash talking money, it's listening, and that's not gonna help. So you actually have a relationship with money, and it may or may not be good quality. So I'm going to teach you about how to improve your relationship with money. Those are the key tips that I'm going to give you today in this live. So how to improve your relationship with money. So, but you need to kind of understand and accept these spiritual truths as well, which is we're naturally abundant. It's just that we learn to block this abundance um, by having trouble receiving. So it's about learning how to receive again, and also how to develop a good relationship with money. Okay, so I'm going to go into this a lot more in my 90-day program if you want to do it, but I still want to give you some tips that you can just use immediately. So what we need to do is improve our relationship with money. So the first thing, if you want to improve anything, if you want to change anything, the first thing that you need to do is become aware. So what is the state of your relationship with money? And your bank account will reflect that. So if it's been empty for a very, very long time, or low, or you've been struggling, that means that your relationship with money is not that great. I mean, there's natural ebbs and flows with cash flow. So if it's like empty for a couple of days, or a week or something, then that's nothing major. But if it's just been empty for a long period of time, then it's a bit of a problem. So key one, what I want to do is help raise your awareness of what your relationship with money is like at the moment. So, and the best way to do this, I think, is to really just journal about all your feelings around money, and just a free flow automatic writing. Give yourself maybe half an hour if you can, and just write absolutely everything that you think and feel about money. Do a brainstorm. Then I want you to read back over it and see what's there, and anything that's negative, what I want you to do is pick that out, and I want you to write the opposite statement of that. So if you have, oh, money doesn't grow on trees, you could put the opposite statement. So there's money everywhere. Okay. So by the end of it, you should have a list of statements. And then what I want you to do is repeat that to yourself every morning, those positive ones, not the negative ones. Repeat the positive statements every morning for 21 days. And I just want you to see what happens. Maybe write the positive statements into a little notebook, and just in the morning when you're having a coffee, just read through them, and maybe even read through them a couple of times, and get rid of the negative ones, like burn it or throw it away or whatever. And it doesn't matter if you don't believe it at all. It just doesn't matter if it feels like so ridiculous to you. It doesn't matter, because money's listening, and your subconscious mind is also listening. And the funny thing is, it starts to change. Like, the more you do it, suddenly you feel differently about those statements. So that is key one takeaway for you. Key two is, I want you to write a love letter to money. So I want you to think about money as a man, because money is masculine energy, which I'll go into in another life. But I want you to write a love letter to money, just saying how you feel. So, for example, dear money, I feel so sad because you haven't been around lately, and I'd really like to see more of you and have more fun with you. And I'd really like to know how I can improve our relationship, because I, I do love you. Or, it's got to be like genuine feelings about how you feel about money. Um, and write this letter. You don't have to do anything with this letter. But I want you to do this and see what happens. And the third tip that I want to give you is, if you haven't already, get a money tracking app. So I recommend The Secret. That's the one that I've got. And basically, the reason for this is to, a lot of women have got ostrich syndrome, which means that they have a lot of shame around their finances and managing it. So they just put their head in the sand. And this was totally, totally me as well. Like, I can't even look at the bank account. Like, I just go to shops and I just hope that there's money in there, because I'm too scared to actually even see what my balance is. So the app is a bit softer. Like, you can put in there, it's more about, what money have you brought into your life. Because one thing that money loves is, you're giving it attention. Like, imagine that you had a boyfriend or a husband and you just ignore them all the time. Like, nope, I don't want to deal with you. I don't. Like, that's the same thing. Like, money doesn't like that. So if you start giving money attention, it starts to show up more. So what I want you to do is put in there any money that comes into your life, but not not only money that comes into your life, but also things that come into your life that you don't necessarily pay for, that are worth something, that have value. So if somebody buys you flowers, you can put flowers $30 in there, or a dinner, like, $50 to take you out to dinner, because that's also money, and that's what we don't always realize. We just get fixated that it's just cash, but it's a whole lot more than that. And also in the secret app, you've got desires, so you can put 5 things that you desire to have. And it also has affirmations that you can read every morning to get you into the right mindset, and inspirations. And what else? Hang on. I'm just having a look at mine. And I'll show you what it looks like as well. Where'd it go? You can see that secret app. No, I'm not getting a kickback. um, so yeah, and it's also got giving, so you can put what you give to other people. And oh yeah, what you've bought. So you can track absolutely everything in there, and that will improve your relationship as well. So I've explained to you a couple of things. One, I was struggling with money until I discovered these money tools. And so now I'm sharing them, and what I've learned is that money is a spiritual energy that you need to work with. It's not just coins and paper. And what you need to do is start building a positive relationship with money, because it is a divine intelligence, and it is listening to you. So I want you to journal, read it. It might be a bit confronting, all your thoughts and feelings about money, and then pick out any of the negative things and flip them around. Read them to yourself every morning for 21 days. Write money a love letter of all your feelings about money, and get the secret app. And just don't do anything else at the moment, because part of this is about, making it's like you got to give it a bit of time to happen. You got to give it a bit of space to happen. So you don't really need to do anything else. But if you would like to do my 90-day Odyssey, that's open at the moment for 2 women. And basically, it will really go into your personal money blocks, and just really work through removing them and letting them go for good, because there's general tips, but then there's like really your unique history and story with money. So the 90-day program, you really get a lot of one-on-one attention to me with me on how to really let go of everything. Like, and it's an odyssey. In 90 days, I manifested $1 million. So it can happen really, really fast. I can't guarantee you manifest $1 million, but I can't imagine that things will not improve if you start working on this stuff immediately. So if you want to apply for this program, I'm only taking 2 women, because I really want to give the women that do this an absolute VIP deluxe experience. So I'm only going to commit to taking 2 women. And you also get access to all my video content, all my online courses on how to manifest money the easy way, and how to get over perfectionism to manifest money, and one-on-one messenger support, and 9 one-on-ones with me where we do money block assess and release. So it's just really, really awesome. And doors are open until September 30. So if you want to apply, you go to my website, www.honornewman.com, and click on work with me directly and fill out the application form. And, I'll have a look at all the application forms, and I'll choose the women that I feel like are the most committed to really wanting this. They're really just hungry for it. Um, so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I really hope that you apply because I'll love to work with you. Okay, bye.